There is a name that has echoed through the corridors of history for over 3,000 years. Today, it is often associated with shadows and dark myths, but the truth is far more complex. Meet Baal, the ancient storm god who was once the supreme monarch of the Near East, long before modern empires. He was the primary lifeblood of the powerful Bronze Age civilizations. To his followers, he wasn't a monster. He was the majestic bringer of rain and fertility. The essence of his story is a tragic transformation from a golden throne to a dark reputation. History is written by the victors, and Baal's image was slowly rewritten by those who came after. From the towering temples of Ugarit to the ruins of Carthage, his silent shadow still remains. How did a god of the heavens become the infamous Lord of the Flies? Join Mr. Gist as we decode the rise and fall of the ancient world's most controversial ruler. In the ancient Levant, survival depended entirely on the arrival of the seasonal rains. This made Baal the most vital figure in the pantheon. The rider of the clouds, he was depicted holding a lightning bolt, symbolizing his absolute control over the weather. The essence of his power was his ability to grant life through the harvest or take it away through drought. Kings and commoners alike offered tributes in massive stone temples to ensure his favor. He was the protector of sailors and the master of the winds that drove ancient trade. His voice was heard in the thunder, and his strength was seen in the flash of the storm. Ancient civilizations like the Canaanites and Phoenicians saw him as their ultimate warrior. Without Baal, their world would have been nothing but a scorched, lifeless desert. He was the high-octane engine of the ancient world's economy and survival. To prove his dominance, Baal had to face his greatest rival, Yam, the god of the chaotic sea. This was a tactical battle for the very control of the earth and the oceans. Yam represented the unpredictable, destructive power of the floods and the deep abyss. The essence of this conflict was the struggle between order and chaotic destruction. Baal used two magical clubs, Chaser and Driver, to strike down the waves of his enemy. The myths describe a clash that shook the foundations of the mountains and the sea. Ultimately, Baal emerged victorious, subduing the ocean and establishing his eternal palace. This story mirrors the human struggle to master the environment and the unknown. It solidified his status as the king of the gods, a hero who brought stability to the world. Even today, the echo of this ancient battle can be felt in our fear of the untamed sea. As new cultures and religions rose to power, the old gods were often recast as enemies. Baal's name, which simply meant Lord, began to take on a more sinister meaning. His rituals were condemned, and his temples were slowly abandoned or destroyed. The essence of this shift was a deliberate rebranding to distance the world from its pagan past. In later texts, he was merged with a local fly god, becoming Beelzebub, or the Lord of the Flies. This transformation turned a majestic storm king into a dark prince of the underworld. The beautiful temples of the Bronze Age became the haunted ruins of the Iron Age. Lightning bolt was replaced by the imagery of decay and swarming insects. It is a prime example of how the gist of a character can be completely flipped over centuries. The king who once brought rain was now feared as the bringer of corruption. Today, we look back at Baal not as a demon, but as a window into a lost world. His story reminds us that history is a fluid narrative, constantly being rewritten by the present. The essence of our journey today is to understand how we perceive power and divinity. We see a God who reflected the hopes and fears of millions of ancient souls. Whether he was a king of the heavens or a lord of the flies depends on who is telling the story. The ruins of Baalbek still stand as a testament to the incredible engineering of his followers. To understand the past, we must look beyond the labels and see the raw human experience. Baal's legacy is a reminder that even the most powerful monarchs can be forgotten or distorted. Stay sharp, and always look for the hidden truth beneath the surface of the myth. Thank you for decoding the gist of the ancient storm with us today.